Hey there folks, this is David on David's Brain. Welcome back to our ongoing Let's Play of Disco Elysium for the PS4. Please be sure to like, share, subscribe, comment, ring the bell, and contribute to my Patreon. Links in the description at the bottom. Alright, last time, we managed to find the bullet that was hidden inside the body. I managed to get it down to analysis before, managed to collect a nice little piece of evidence there. And managed to, found the murder weapon here. Let's see. Now all we need to do is just find the murder weapon, and we'll have the guy that killed it. And we'll have our killer. And before we head off back to help out Suna with her project, it's time to talk about the responsibility. And that means I gotta talk to this idiot again. Great.
As you approach, the man turns and greets you with a polite wave. He appears completely at ease, like a common holidaymaker.
Ah, super. It's the officer. I was not expecting to run into you again, but things have a funny way of turning out, no? What brings you down to the scenic Martinez coast?
Let's see. Actually, I was wondering what you're doing down here.
Well, that's très simple. I was visiting the fishing village just north of here. They have applied for a series of microloans to revitalize the old market. And, well, I wished to see the situation firsthand. And then, well, I had some extra time on my hands, so I decided to stroll down here. It's quite peaceful, isn't it?
Did you see all the bullet holes in that wall over there?
Huh? Is that what those pockmarks are? I might have guessed. Fascinating how much history is contained right here, if only one knows where to look for it.
You feel like there's something you could say here, if only you really knew what was going on.
Actually, there was something else I wanted to talk to you about.
I'm all ears, officer.
Let's see. What?
And then, well, I had some extra time on my hands, so I decided to stroll down here. Yes. There's nothing like a stroll along the coast to lift one's spirits. Ah bon? I'm all ears, officer.
All right. I need your help for me. Let's see. Hold on a second.
Leaving? À tout à l'heure, officer.
Let me see if I can pass the rhetoric check here.
As you approach...
Ah, what brings you down to the scenic Martinez? And then, well, I had some extra time. Ah?
You feel like this.
Ah bon? I'm all ears, officer.
All right, I need your help forming a committee. I'm trying to assign the responsibility. Hold on. Yeah, I want to make sure I go and get the conceptualization checks here.
As you appear.
Ah, what brings you down to the scenic Martinez coast?
I need your help forming a committee. I'm trying to assign the responsibility.
My friend, if it's la responsabilité you're after, I have good news for you. There's no need to form such a committee, because it already exists.
Really? Oh God, of course it does. These moral intern types.
The Comité de Responsabilité de Revachol. It acts as a sort of clearinghouse for coalition activities. To put it simply, they are the ultimate arbiters of la responsabilité in this part of the world.
Yes, this is just the sort of reasonable authority you're looking for.
I would offer to connect you with the committee myself, but alas, I am not actually in Martinez.
What? Where is he then?
So, where are you then?
Why, officially, I am still in La Delta, preparing for an upcoming conference on fuel oil derivatives. I'm only in Martinez in an unofficial capacity.
In other words, you ducked out and you just want to take some time off.
That's why it would be extremely irregular, or potentially even inappropriate for me to intercede with the committee concerning a district I'm not officially in.
Alright, how am I supposed to contact the committee then?
Well, under ordinary circumstances, the committee contacts you. But if you have information of a vital interest, they might be willing to entertain an exception. In which case, I would advise you to contact them via Coalition Warship Archer.
Wait, what's Coalition Warship Archer?
Officer, you mean to say that you haven't noticed the giant Coalition aerostatic peacefully patrolling the skies over Revachol?
Oh, that's you?
You can't see anything. But then, It's dark, and your eyes aren't the sharpest.
I don't think I've ever noticed it before.
Interesting. In a sense, that's the very idea. The Coalition doesn't want the people of Revachol to feel that they are under a military occupation. That is why the Archer is always careful to maintain a constant, discreet distance.
Why do we need to go through Archer to speak to the committee? And will he be sober?
You see, in addition to being an airborne artillery platform, Coalition Warship Archer is also the linchpin of the Coalition's surveillance and communications infrastructure in Revachol.
Oh, hold on. It's watching us too?
And listening. It has the most objective vantage point in the entire city. Not to mention a vast array of radio, photographic, and meteorological monitoring instruments.
Oh, great. So it's a giant spike. Oh, great. So...
I find it a great comfort to know there are benevolent powers watching over all, in strict accordance with the Wayfarer Act and the Bristlemühne Convention.
Oh, yes. Feel safe under the gazing eyes of Big Brother. Oh, boy. How does one go on about contacting a Coalition warship?
This is quite the problem. Very tricky. Of course, the Archer has orders to fire on any unidentified aerostatics that might approach it, so it might be safer to get in touch from the ground. But in that case, you would require a radio transmitter capable of broadcasting on Coalition frequencies. And that kind of technology naturally isn't typically available for non-Coalition use. Yes, it is a bit of a conundrum. I suppose there might be some way to circuit bend your way onto those frequencies, but you'd have to be one of those techno-tinkerers to do it.
Do you know any of these tinkerers?
Unfortunately not, no. I don't have the pleasure. I am merely a representative of the Coalition government, not very well versed in technology. But you...
This sounds like something that programmer you met in the church might help with.
Yep, I was just thinking that.
Let me just say that I have complete confidence in the RCM. I'm sure you'll figure something out.
Right, thanks.
Always my pleasure to be of assistance to the RCM. Godspeed, and if we don't meet again, bonne chance.
Alright, yeah, take on the responsibility. Find someone with technical expertise to contact the Coalition. And yep, Suna. I figured that, the one time my high perception count failed me. Oh well. Yeah, I don't think I've explored this part of the fishing village here.
That patch of reeds over there, it's a great place to hide something. Kind of out of the way, being so close to the water.
Wait, I can't see anything interesting.
You don't have a reason to. Yet.
What's this about?
Nothing. Just a hunch. The hunch passes, leaving you there, by the old boy bobbing in the water. Time to go.
I don't see this old buoy that Inland Empire's talking about here. Buzz. The electricity flows through the wires with audible power.
Someone has left an unidentifiable article of clothing on this railing. It smells really bad. It's streaked with dried seagull shit and tangled with pieces of seaweed. A dangling arm suggests that there might be a jacket beneath the crust of filth. It seems likely that it was left in the surf until someone laid it out on this fence to dry out. Unfortunately, that just seems to have stiffened it into a shapeless mass.
Alright, let's see. The filthy jacket here. This filthy rag has been at the mercy of the elements for quite some time. It's streaked with seagull shit and abnormally stiff from God knows what natural process. You can't even tell what brand it is.
As you hold it in your hands, it makes an uncomfortable crunching sound.
Man, how this jacket gets so disgusting.
It's a sordid, filthy tale, not for the weak. Are you sure you can stomach it? Some secrets are better left uncovered. Don't even try. Seriously.
I'm interested.
It occurs to you that you're not even holding the jacket itself, but rather the thick crust of jetsam and seagull shit that ensconces it. It smells like a dead sea creature, tangled in grey strands of seaweed. It must have spent quite some time in the water before the tide deposited it ashore.
Gross.
Why? Why did you think about it? Look at your hands. They're covered in muck.
Ew, 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 ew.
Now you're just flicking that shit everywhere. This is a disaster. You'll never get the smell out. As you hold it in your hands, it makes an uncomfortable crunching sound. There is no why.
Maybe there's a place I could wash it? A coin-operated weighing machine has been used for a decade. Megabino's prescription lenses. Vagrants have recently painted the top red. Water drips from it. Let's see. Ooh, +2 to encyclopedia, -1. Let's see. Whose idiot idea were square and beige plastic frames anyway? Beige is a color that does not look good on anyone. Not to mention that seeing the world through these exceedingly thick lenses almost feels nauseating. This one has hell written on the back. It could not be further from the truth. It's the boom years, and Kurong, the nicest district of Rivershaw West, is enjoying a sun-drenched day. Tall and handsome buildings rise from the riverside, steel, iron, and yellow limestone, with cloud shadows sliding on the facades. A makeshift route. Vagrants have tried to make the boardwalk inhabitable. That tarp will keep out neither rain, nor snow, nor wind. A big wine canister. It's open and empty.
The smell. It's awful and familiar.
And what is it?
Don't you recognize it? That hideous pungency, that faintly cloying sweetness. Only death smells like that. Something cold wakes in the pit of your stomach. Fear. It is death. It must be.
God damn it.
A sense of dread washes over you as you look ahead.
Careful there. Those floorboards look rotten and weak. This coin-operated viewer has been out of order for years. Stop messing with the coin viewer and hold on to something. The wind is so strong.
A man lies on the boardwalk, his limbs bent and neck turned at an unnatural angle. Right next to him is an empty bottle of spirits. In his cramped hand, a chewing gum wrapper. The smell is not as bad as a 2-week-old corpse, but it's definitely heading there. Another dead body. This is your job. Steel yourself. Calm now. Carefully. Just another day. Just another dead body. Breathe.
Alright, let's take a look here. Study his clothes.
He's wearing mud-caked boots, beige trousers, and an old brown leather jacket with a bright blue lining. There are traces of kebab sauce on his chest. The leather jacket suits him well. It must be custom made. You find some sunflower seeds and a rain-soaked library card folded into two. His jacket feels sodden and heavy under your hand.
All right, let's see what we got here.
The man has fallen through a crack in the boardwalk and hit his head against the metal bench. Coagulated blood covers his black hair. One of his feet is still dangling through the hole. You have to be quite inebriated to fall that bad. Well over a liter of pure ethanol. 3 bottles of wine, or 1.5 of spirits. Or maybe it was just dark. His expression is dull, like the sea behind him. Drops of water shining on his moustache. His eyes, empty and wide, look frightening in their frozen gaze. Height, 170 to 175 centimeters. Curly hair, stout build. Age, approximately 50 to 60 years.
Could potentially be low. Could actually be lower than that due to the mass amounts of alcohol you may be consuming. Let's see. Surrounding.
There's some dried blood on the metal bench, right where the corpse's head rests. The floorboards are rotten and slippery wet around the hole. An empty bottle lies nearby. A chewing gum wrapper is clutched in his fist. Be very, very careful where you step here.
All right, let's see. Examine the chewing gum wrapper.
Rubowski spearmint chewing gum. Green leaves on the cover. The man's mouth is half agape from the terror of the fall.
Again.
The blackness of death. Stench. You think you see white chewing gum too. Confirmed. Nearly the whole pack is there. Solidified on his lower rear teeth.
Examine. Let's see.
A dried chunk of blood covers the hair at the back of his head. An open wound. It's sticky and cold to your touch.
All right, the bottle.
A 0.75 liter Tallulah vodka with its cap missing. There's hardly anything left inside. It's mid-market spirits with a slight touch of menthol. The man meant to enjoy himself, have a good time.
Well, definitely got a bad time here. Step on the
They
floorboard.
screech under your feet ominously. It's hard to say whether the dead man's weight was the cause of the boardwalk to break. It definitely looks fragile. You see waves churning below. Something cracks beneath your feet. He could have easily disappeared into the sea through that hole, and you would have never found him. The entire boardwalk creaks in the wind as you take a step back.
All right, what should I do with this? Yeah, if it were me, I'd just wait until Kim gets back and then call someone in.
First, you need to talk with the lieutenant, then report back to the station. This is too complicated to handle on your own.
Yeah, exactly what I was thinking.
There's some tear, an empty cigarette package, and a crumpled kebab wrapper in the trash bin.
Let's see. Tear.
2 empty bottles of Tallulah vodka and a can of black potent porter is all you find. No, there's more in there. Livis strawberry liquor, plus some Pilsner bottles too. Better not pick them up. They seem unhygienic.
All right, the cigarette package.
Whoever tossed it here was a heavy smoker. The brand name reads Red Astra. Red Astra is the black market version of Astra cigarettes, known for their high tar content.
Somebody was going for the YOLO mentality, eh? All right, the kebab wrapper.
You see traces of mayonnaise and ketchup on it, as well as a tomato wedge. The wrapper reads Shish Kebab Revachol. It's no older than a day or two. No mold yet. It's hard to concentrate in the smell. The sea air brings some relief.
All right, let's see. The folded library card. Let's see. A library card found from a pocket of the dead man on the Martinez boardwalk. It's still slightly damp to the touch. The cover bears the stamp of Jamrock Public Library.
The library card is folded into two and still slightly wet to the touch. The front side reads, Central Jamrock Public Library Card, issued to Billy Mejean, expires July 53.
All right, so we have a name.
Billy is a unisex name. Could be the deceased or his family member.
Look inside.
Whoever owns this card is an avid reader. You find a list of books written in blue pencil. Radio thriller. Stand a little less between me and the sun. The last one in the list is The Glinting Curve by M. Theobald. A library stamp indicates that the book has been returned. Most of these titles seem to be in the sci-fi genre. Some thrillers too.
Alright, look at the backside.
If lost, please return the card to the library. Dial 005 02 55211 or visit us at Moreau Street, 78, Jamrock. Business hours 900 to 1800. You should first decide what to do with the corpse before taking any further actions. Talk to Kim about it.
Yep. Sounds like a fair thing to do. Let's see. Oh yeah, the apricot chewing gum wrapper.
There it is again. The scent of apricots with a touch of cinnamon. Smells like the end of some distant summer. The surface of another planet or some ancient temple.
End of summer.
The sun sets into the sea, but the water does not boil. Instead, it turns to liquid gold. For a moment, the world's store of precious metals seems to increase dramatically, and you are rich. There is a movement next to you. The shuffle of a small coat, warm like the evening. But when you turn toward it, there's nothing there.
Where'd it go?
Why are you talking to a gum wrapper?
I don't know, you're talking to me.
The sun, there is a movement. Why are you talking to a gum wrapper?
Ancient temple?
Yes, from the height of antiquity. A long, long time ago. Millennia ago. On an island of time you can never return to. Bitter, citrus, sweet. It seems to grow stronger, like a glow, with every breath you take. Whatever petrochemical byproducts they used to create this artificial flavor have bonded tightly to the wrapper. Or is that just your memory filling the gaps?
Bit from column A, bit from column B.
Until a blossom of skin and flower petals erupts behind your closed eyes. Made of toffee, cream, and distance. You just had to take a dive. Your heart working overtime. Trying to keep up with the panicked synapses firing all over your brain. Moving liters of blood through you. Panicking. Feels so familiar.
Let's see, there's a dead body on the Martinet boardwalk down the coast. Return to it with the lieutenant and decide what to do with it. Let's see, another thought. Apricot chewing gum scented one. You have found a trace of entity who's been stalking you across the plains. The Gloom Stalker, the conglomeration, the shadowy organization behind your downfall, possibly connected to the dreaded X something. Granted, it is impossible to determine its true identity, but you can remember where you first smelled its treachery. Yes, use the Tutti Frutti gum wrapper. Reconstruct the day you first breathed in her untrustworthy atoms. Moonshine, probably. Smells like tasty fermentation. Bars cover these long, dusty windows.
The remaining windows rattle from a strong gust of wind. They're covered in a thick layer of grime. They must have been like this for 40 years. Dripping water falls from a high place. All you can see is the shadow of a collapsing staircase. There's rust and corrosion on the bars. They're foaming with it. And a small layer of white salt from the sea. Dripping water. There's rust and...
Alright, Alright, not exactly helpful there, but okay, good to know.
You see a once bright mural towering above you. The signage has peeled off over the years, but you can still make out Feld Electrical R&D. A slogan used to intertwine with the loops a long time ago. Now, only a shadow of peeled letters remains. It says, tomorrow is just a whisper away.
Tomorrow is just a whisper away.
The wind whispers and whispers. The wind whispers and whispers.
Alright, not... Ooh. Another power box. It charges nothing now. It's empty. The fence blocks the path. No way on from here.
You see a slope.
Yeah, if only there was like a way to get up to the roof from there. Someone must have worked hard to smash the plastic dome.
A metal payphone under a yellow plastic dome. You could use it to call someone, unless you're out of change. You hear the tone. The machine is inoperable.
Alright.
Calling. Still calling. This feels wrong. Should you be doing this? End of tone. Someone picks up.
Pierre, is that you, Pierre?
No, this isn't Pierre.
Do you have any news about Pierre?
Who's Pierre?
He's my sister's grandson. He used to visit me as a lad. Fine young man. But who are you, then? A salesman of some sort? Modern goods are rubbish, and I can't afford them anyhow. It's a shame what you did to our country.
No, I'm a police officer.
To hell with the police. To hell with you.
Her voice is drowned in white noise. Sounds like waves washing a beach, growing in volume until the call suddenly disconnects. Calling. Still calling. Again? Seriously? Someone with a masculine voice picks up.
Hello, Gerard speaking.
Hello, Gerard. Technically speaking, you're electricity.
Electricity there? I need to speak with electricity, please.
No, but I got a feeling I'll kick your ass is gonna make an appearance if you ever call this number again. Have a good one, asshole.
Oh, geez, someone can't take a
Phone
joke.
Hanging up. Disconnect tone. Calling. 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 Still calling. Still calling.
Stop calling me, man. I'll get you your money, alright? I just need till tonight. Let me work.
You seem to be in some sort of trouble. Maybe I can help you. I'm a cop.
The phone gets hanged up fast as lightning. All you hear is a little shuffle of nylon as the hand moves on the other end. Disconnect tone. Calling.
I'm tired.
Sounds like he hasn't talked to anyone in quite a while.
What are you tired of?
Right so much, but I have to get back to it.
The man disappears with a sigh. You do not hear the customary disconnect tone, just silence in the handset. The machine is still waiting for you to dial a number. Seems like it did not have time to swallow the coin. This sometimes happens. Lucky you, the call went too fast for the payphone to register. You can still make a new one without paying.
Alright, here we go.
You close your eyes and feel your finger move on the rotary dial. You start with 005, as before. The area code for Revachel's zone of control, followed by 7 digits at random. The last one makes the silence turn into a ring. It's calling, still calling, still. Time keeps passing. In the distance, seagulls squawk. No one is home at this number. But the coin, it's still in there. You find yourself thinking, what were you trying to achieve by closing your eyes? Did you want your muscle memory to take over and call somewhere? Where? Home? His own heart. It's really time to stop this now.
A dead phone, a smashed receiver, like someone hung up too hard. Alright, not sure what that was all about, but hey, random, yay! Oop. Relax, it's not yours. You didn't crash every MC in Revachol. Hopefully. That's a notepad fitting cheek and an unsuccessful model. The same address as the lead programmer of Fortress Accident was looking for. Alright, let's see. Maybe I could get Suna to go and put me in contact with the coalition guys. It came from the stained glass window. Still has letters on it, too.
The mother of humanism stands above you, a precious and complex wax painting on a single pane of glass. A crack runs across the length of her.
Yes, what is it?
It's not a paint job, but could you help me contact Coalition Warship Archer?
Do I look like someone who has time for side projects at this moment?
If you want her help, maybe you should help her first.
Alright, so I should help her first. In that case, I'll wait until Kim gets back. Hmm. Alright, now what should I do with all this money here? Should I use it to go and buy the sneakers from Sing? Or... Yeah, no, I'll go get the sneakers.
Make way for the master poet.
Hey Tony, how you doing? Let me see, anything I can use to boost my rhetoric?
Looking for something, Ron? Oh, not much anymore. I'm here to pick up some cargo. Apples. Yeah.
He's given you the runner.
Alright, yeah, rhetoric.
A lorry abandoned by the smell of cigarettes. There's something odd about the passenger seat. The seating fabric has been pulled tight over the lower side of the seat where the toolbox should be.
Ooh, really? Pull off the cover?
Voila! A stack of neatly folded papers has been stashed behind the seating fabric. You see 3 maps depicting a large metropolitan area. It's Revachol. Some of its routes and highways have been outlined with a pen. This large map displays the elevated motorway called 881. The intake leading to Martinez is marked with a blue X. There's another X on the off-ramp at a place called the Old South. Toll booths at the intakes are marked with a circle. It looks like there are scant few ways of getting onto the elevated motorway that runs over Jamrock. And this person knows them all. There, hundreds of thousands of motor carriages roar on the 881, high above the massive brown and red roofs that is Jamrock. The commuters don't even look down. The world ceases to exist outside the windshield.
Where's the road lead?
To Kuron, through the middle-income neighborhoods there, by the river, and then to Stella Maris and La Delta for work, while the men and women of Jamrock scuttle to their fates below the road.
Alright, the second map.
This municipal map from the 30s displays a complex system of storm sewers underneath a sub-district called the Pox, old military hospital, right adjacent to the 41st precinct. No storm will ever drown Revachol. The great solution to the riddle of history.
Whatever that means. Alright, third
The
map.
final map displays a labyrinth of service tunnels left over from the construction of Motorway 881. A few routes have been marked with a pen, where the tunnels and sewers surface near the eminent domain and a traffic island in central Jamrock by the lake. These service tunnels were probably used during the construction of the foundation beneath the motorway. Looks like the smugglers have infiltrated the road network belonging to East Motor Tract.
The smugglers have infiltrated the motor
The
tract.
cluttered cabin of the abandoned lorry offers no reply. If only Lieutenant Kitsuragi were here to help you piece together the evidence. You stuff the maps back under the seat cover. Better not to leave traces of you being here yet. The movie stars look silently by. A metallic drawer. It's an issue. It looks like an article ripped out from a radio enthusiast magazine. The pull-out toolbox slides back into its close the rust.
Alright, so yeah, more evidence here.
The woman. Girl child, you hear her say. Girl child. Girl child.
Huh? What is it? What do you want?
Not a good track record of mental health in that family. As you look up, you notice something about the statue. There are some odd indentations on the king's chest piece.
What indentations? What do I see?
Something with great kinetic energy seems to have impacted the cuirass, around where the heart is. A bullet? Someone shot him in the heart. Interesting.
Symbolic, maybe? I don't know. Oh, Singh's not here. Alright, fine. I'll talk to him in the morning.
This coin-operated viewer is facing southwest.
Wow, they just wow, they cleared out quick. Except for Measurehead, he's still there, unfortunately. Unfortunately, I can't really think of what to do. The yellow roses at the window. Those aren't the flowers that are left for Calais.
The tear machine. Your bottles clunk into the machine, and the money appears with a small cabinet on the wall is filled with various medicine bottles, nasal sprays, and blister packs. To the left, a colorful display.
Again, I'm obliged to inform you that both alcohol and is this a...
Alright, I think I finally got rid of all those bottles. Yeah, maybe I'll have a little chat with that dice maker. Maybe she could. Maybe I can have her make a die for me.
There are 8 pairs of tracks in the mud. 3 stick out. But you won't get far without Lieutenant Hare to bounce thoughts off of. Where could he be right now? The asphalt passing underneath the front wheels of his motor carriage at a high speed.
I'll die before I squeak.
The trash containers. The smell of rotten food rises to greet you. You see soggy cartons, dirty rags, and organic waste. The container sounds a muffled gong.
Fuck, does Kuno care? Kuno...
An old East Delta Commerce Center. This must be the name of the doomed commercial area. This button looks new, but someone has removed the name. You see a set of tire tracks in the brown slush that covers the plaza mosaic.
Yeah, I'll wait till Kim gets back. The door's closed for today. Time to put the kids to sleep. Oh yeah, I realized I never even talked to these 3 yet.
You sit on the wind-worn wooden planks of the bench. Your feet ache.
Oh, good. The motor carriage actually looks like something now. Thanks, thanks, patch 1.4. A cold breeze is enough to make the wall planks creak. Alright, so another not dinky little shack. Alright, time to call it a day. Well, I mean, for Harry to call it a day.
Waves are beginning to die down.
It's getting late, and it's snowing. Time to call it a day.
Yeah, I hear ya. I mean, say what you will about this place, but definitely better than the place I had in the Whirling in Rags. At least this place doesn't have a broken window.
On the table, you see a bowl of water. The water a fresh start looms ahead. Clean yourself up and be born anew. An old mirror. The bed is comforting, if a bit run down. Still, you've earned a rest. The bed underneath you is soft, if lumpy. Waves wash the sand underneath the hut, then grow distant to your ear. In the quiet hum of the organic heater, you fall asleep.
Like a deftly cast fishing net, sleep pulls you out of the world and into its dark shore. The rough mesh chafes, tightening around you, it digs into your brain.
Great, this is gonna be really chill. Yeah, just let me, great. No, this is gonna be really chill.
How have things been going for you out there? Helped anyone lately? Saved anyone?
Are open for a moment. When you close them again, you sense the light of the room around you. You're back. In 2 seconds, the alarm will ring.
The last thought in your head before waking is, maybe you shouldn't have seen that stained glass window in the church.
What the hell are those two going on about? Alright, well, now that I'm up, it's time to start a new day. So, I'm gonna call it here. Or unless anything weird pops up. Either way, till next time, folks. This is David on David's Brain. See you when I see ya. Alright.
On the table, you see...
Alright, till next time, folks. This is David on David's Brain. See you when I see ya. Bye-bye.